Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. This is Mark, the Silver Money Dude, also known as Critical Thought. That's a new nickname I was given. Critical Thought. I can rock with that. That's cool. Hope all is well with your family, your loved ones. I hope you're in good health, in good spirit. I hope these videos are educational for you and help to open up your perspective and your thinking to whatever degree. You know, I don't claim to be right with the information that I give. It's not about right and wrong. It's about what is going to be the most effective way to change this world for the better. And those of us that contribute to that effort, period. That's what this is about. Title of this video is "The System Sucks, so don't cooperate with it." The more and more that I go into the details of the Venus Project, I mean, I look at the videos and the information now just about every day. I make sure that I tap into it at some point throughout the day, because Jacques Fresco is someone that is highly intelligent, but he's just able to articulate the information in a way that most people can understand. I won't say everyone, because some of the terms that he uses is technical and, you know, has to do with science and engineering, and it might go over your head sometime. But for the most part, he's able to communicate information so that you get the point, like you get the idea behind it. And what I like about what he does is that he does not limit the information to a certain thing. Like, it's not limited to just one concept or one idea. He covers everything, and people will often ask him questions, and he'll answer the questions, whether it has to do with religion or, you know, social issues. Well, Jock, what do you think about this, such and such and such? He'll actually do a very good job of getting to the root of why the things exist in the first place, and how you have to address the issues pertaining to everything. You can't just limit information to one area and expect to solve problems. He's big on solving problems, and that's what I'm definitely big on. I don't like when people complain about things and complain, but don't provide an alternative. Okay, you've identified a problem, but that's meaningless unless you provide and offer a solution to the problem. You see? That's why I always reiterate that, you know, it makes no sense to do a lot of talking if you're not going to do anything. Otherwise, your talking is meaningless. Protesting and, you know, things of that nature, they only mean something if they inspire people to actually do something. Otherwise, it's meaningless. And I'm not saying that every protest is meaningless. What I'm saying is that that method to try to inspire people to actually move and do something, it's only valid and it only has power if people move as a result of that protest. You understand? You get my point? I always make reference to the boycotts in Alabama. No, I'm sorry. Mississippi, excuse me. I'm sorry. Montgomery, Alabama. Forgive me. Montgomery, Alabama. I always make reference to the boycotts. When black folk went ahead and boycotted the bus company, took action. See, that's action. That wasn't just a protest. That wasn't just, you know, we shall overcome with the sign up in the air. We shall overcome one day. We shall overcome one day. It wasn't limited to that. The we shall overcome and the civil rights movement inspired people to actually do something. And a lot of little things that were done is what ultimately led up to those laws being changed for the benefit of the recipients of the civil rights movement, because it wasn't just black people that benefited from civil rights. That's another thing that you have to understand about the civil rights movement. It wasn't just for black people. It was for people that were oppressed in general, in whatever form or fashion. The same way back when they were trying to liberate women and they were going after women's rights, that was limited to women, but ultimately it led to other things afterwards. So my point is this, that once you identify a problem and a solution has been presented, you should now be moving in the direction of the solution. Don't continue to dwell on the problem. That's like dwelling on pain in your body that's being caused by something, instead of going to the doctor and getting whatever the thing that is causing the pain dealt with. You understand? If there's something that's causing the pain, you remove the thing that's causing the pain. You don't try to deal with the pain, because the pain will persist. It's not going to go anywhere as long as the actual root or the cause of the pain is still there. So that's what I'm saying in this video. The system sucks. Stop cooperating with it. The solution, as far as an action that everyone can actually do and participate in, to the way that this system operates, because you have to understand, everything that you're doing right now, every day, is cooperation with the system that we are currently a part of. It's not just the system that is to blame. The system sucks, yes. It doesn't work, yes. It's mathematically impossible, absolutely. That is true. Those are facts of the monetary system. However, we still use money for everything. You see? So we're still cooperating with the system. Money is still driving you to go out, earn a living. You're still going out and you're trying to earn more than other people are earning, right? What you're doing is not solving the problem. You're just continuing to fuel and participate in the system as is. Oh, well, I don't have a choice. I got to feed my family. You're absolutely right. You do. But you have to understand that if there is something specifically that you can do in a direction that you can move into, you need to move in that direction, and you need to do it now. The Venus Project is something that actually can be done now. We don't have to wait for economic collapse and for currency to collapse in order for that to actually become reality. You understand? The same way that with Silver Money Takeover, it's a means. It's a way for us to control a resource that the world needs. That's what silver is. See, for many of you, silver just might be, oh, well, you know, silver's real money. Silver's sound money. Silver's an insurance policy. Silver's a way to make, you know, some real serious money when the dollar collapses. If you're doing this for the wrong reason, you're missing the point now. I've grown. The Silver Money Takeover movement has moved on up. It's on another level now. It's not about us making money. It's not about that. We're not buying silver to make money when the dollar collapses. We're not buying silver really to benefit just ourselves. You understand? We're buying silver because silver is a valuable resource that the world needs, and it will give us the leverage that we need to implement a new system that will work, that is not monetary based. Silver Money Takeover. That's what this is now. So I want you guys to get a clear picture and a clear vision. Anytime that you go to the Facebook page and you're seeing the 5 monthly plans that are available, those plans are available for you to get your hands on silver. We figured out a way to get it into your hands, save you some money, give you some value through the membership so that you're not overpaying for silver. You're just getting real silver in your hands physically. And that ultimately is giving you the leverage that we collectively will need when the time comes to use, if need be, because we can actually drive the Venus Project now. We don't have to wait until after the dollar is worthless. I mean, it's going to happen anyway, but we don't have to wait for that to happen. We don't have to wait for a catastrophe to happen before we can actually move in a new direction. And that's why I want you guys to study the information in the Venus Project, because the direction that we can be moving in right now, where all of this stress, all of this poverty, all of this chaos, all of this negativity that's going on in the world, that's shaping our culture. It's shaping the culture of the way that your young people are going to be raised. What are you bringing young people into? Like right now, kids are in school and they're learning what? What are they learning? What are they being taught? Are they being taught to change the conditions of this world and the planet? Are they being taught and taught to focus on the environment and the world around us? Are they being taught to learn how to do science and learn about engineering and how they can do things in agriculture that can feed millions of people? Are they being pushed in that direction? Or are they being trained to get a job when they come out of school to keep the system going? Now you tell me that. We already know what the answer is. They're being conditioned to keep the system going. That's it. You have to pick and choose any other, course or group of information that you want access to as a student. You understand what I'm saying? It's not in the general course. It's not in the general information that you're being taught in schools. They could care less about that. If you want to pick that yourself, that's on you. You understand what I'm saying? But how will you know to even pick those things if that's not what they're focusing you on? You're not being geared in that direction on television and through the media. Television and media is teaching you about commercials and marketing, and you got to market your products. And if you want to sell something, it's all about marketing. You see what I'm saying? Everything is profit driven to keep the system going. And that's a cultural problem now, because all you care about, if you watch TV, is American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, right? Rap, right? Hip hop, rock and roll, pop music. Good Morning America. What do they talk about on Good Morning America? And I'm not taking shots at anybody. I'm just telling you what stuff is. This stuff exists. This is what you see on television every day. You turn on the TV right now, you'll see a movie that is about whatever. It might be a scary movie. It might be a comedy. There's a lot of profanity on television. There's a lot of profanity and, nonsense that just goes on in the mainstream. This is what your children are being exposed to. It's part of an entire system. And the system is not for the benefit of all. It's for the benefit of some. And that some is what you're trying to become. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to chase the American dream. The American dream is off limits to the majority of people in America. Because you have to conform to the system. And the better that you learn how to play the game, the more success you'll have in the system. But it's not real success, because you're not solving any problems. You're still going to have crime. You're still going to have poverty. You're still going to have all of these conditions that exist because you're operating inside of a system that promotes competition and selfishness. It teaches you to be selfish. It teaches you to worry about yourself and your family at the expense of whoever else. You see what I'm saying? That's the system that you're a part of, that you cooperate with every day. So every time that you go to the mall, every time that you go shopping, every time that you go to the stores and you spend money and you buy these products, you are keeping the system going. Every time that you pay that cable bill, every time that you pay whatever bill that you might have, you're keeping the system going. So I'm just throwing out ideas. I'm not telling you not to do anything. What I am telling you is that if you want a system to stop, in order for you to put something better in its place, you have to stop cooperating with the system. It's not just the system. It's you cooperating with the system. Oh, well, you know, people. No, it's not people. It's you. You are people. I'm people. You see what I'm saying? So you have to organize and you have to join a movement that is a part of something that is going to push you in a better direction. That's what the Venus Project is. That's what Silver Money Takeover is. That's what the Zeitgeist movement is. That's what 30famine.org is. All of these different channels of being able to do something that is directly interfering with and disrupting the operation of this system. This system is just driving and driving, and you are driving it with your actions. You do actions every day. Every day you're spending money on something, you're paying a bill, you're paying your taxes, you're keeping the system going. And like I said, I'm not telling you not to do anything. All I'm telling you is that you're the one and you're the cause of everything that is going on in the system. So if you don't want that anymore, you have to do something about it. And that something is to begin to participate in something that is the opposite consciousness. You understand? Opposite consciousness. Something that actually solves problems. Because you're not being taught to solve problems in school and in this educational system. You're not. You're being conditioned to join the workforce, get a job, pay your taxes, be an upstanding citizen, right? And cooperate with the system. Don't make any waves, right? Don't ever say anything against the system. Don't ever say anything against your government. Otherwise, you're not a patriot. If you notice, I don't say anything really against this government. Because I understand that the government is not the root. The government is just a part of it. Politics is a part of it. You understand? Social mainstream is a part of it. But the root is the system, the monetary system that we're using, that's driving everything. So you have to understand the difference in the consciousness. Let me see how much time I got on here. Wow, I'm up to 17 minutes. I got to cut this. This might be the first 20-minute video that I do. But it is what it is. Listen. I'm going to say this one last thing. What was it? Jesus. Forgive me. Oh, man. Today's a rant. This is rant day. What did I want to say? Hold on. Okay, this is what I want to say. If everything was abundant, you would have no need to do many of the things that people do today. People steal, there's crime, people try to take from others because of deprivation. If you don't give someone access to something that someone else has access to, it creates jealousy, envy. It creates an environment where someone may want to steal or do whatever they need to do to have the same thing that that person has, you see? Because they don't have access to the same thing. It's not made available to them. Same way that there's a dividing line created in the monetary system between haves and have-nots, between rich and poor. And I say rich and poor because there is no middle class. You either got money or you don't. If you're in the middle class, you don't have no money because you're borrowing. If you want a car, you go get a car loan. You want a house, you go get a mortgage. You don't buy nothing. You're not paying for anything. You're paying on it. You're paying interest. You're feeding the banks. You're feeding the system. It's set up for you not to benefit from it. It only benefits those who have figured out how to play the game. That's what you got to get. But I'm going to end this video. I'll start over and talk about, more of the stuff that I wanted to get into in this one, in another video that's coming soon. Facebook.com/GetRichSlow. YouTube.com/SilverMoney2013. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Make sure that you get yourself a monthly purchase plan. Facebook.com/GetRichSlow. On the Facebook page, you can sign up for a monthly plan. As soon as you get to the page, 5 of them are available. The links are there. You can reach us in our office, 718-509-9793. Please Please understand why we are stacking silver. And then you'll be more informed about why you should have a plan. It just makes sense. This is a movement that is spreading, and it's spreading because of you guys. YouTube is definitely an excellent platform, and I'm glad that one of my subscribers through Silver Money had let me know about YouTube, because otherwise I wouldn't have ever been doing videos. But this is an excellent way for me to get these ideas out that I have, and also to promote things that work. The Venus Project works. Get into the Venus Project. It's thevenusproject.com. Peace and love. Keep stacking. God bless you. Take care.